Hello there, Verbling.com members. Welcome to another English class offered to you by Verbling.com, where you can connect and practice your English 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This hour, I will be here to help you. My name is Geoff Watson. I originally come from Vancouver, Canada, but right now I am speaking to you from Santiago in Chile, the South American country. And just if everyone could keep their microphones muted so that our classroom is quiet. This hour we are going to be working on our reading. The topic for this hour's class will be the Antarctic continent, Antarctica, and a couple of adventurers, one who has finished her adventure and another Antarctic adventure that is just beginning. Really incredible stories. And just if people could please keep their microphones muted, please. If they can keep their microphones silenced or muted. Great. So, and then also, I would like all of you to please go to the Verbling.com website, the live classes page, and look for the information about this class. And please download the document. And I'm checking the number here. File GW42. This is the document that we will be reading, and so please go to the Verbling.com website to download that document now. All right, and so what I'd like to do is to say hello to everyone. If everyone could please introduce themselves. And the question for this hour is, where would you prefer to go? As a tourist, would you prefer to travel to the North Pole, to the Arctic region, and perhaps see polar bears? Or would you prefer to go to Antarctica, to the South Pole, to perhaps see some penguins? All right, and so we have Alessandro, are you there? Alessandro, can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. Antonella, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Antonella. I'm from Italy. I live in Naples. And if I could travel, I'd like to go in the USA, maybe.
To the USA?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the question is about, would you like to go to the North Pole, to the Arctic region, or would you prefer to go to the South Pole?
Oh, maybe to the North Pole.
Yeah, you could visit Alaska.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. And Awad, are you there?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is, I am from United Arab Emirates.
Mm-hmm.
About the question, I'm not really sure, but for sure it's not the North Pole because it's very cold. I'm not sure about the South one.
Yeah, no, it's very cold
Especially
as well.
I am from Middle East, so yeah, okay, so that's not a good option, but
yeah, even in the summer, I don't think these are warm areas. So yeah, okay.
Okay, so I don't think it's my place.
Okay, great. Well, the only good thing about going in the summer is you could experience 24-hour daylight. I thought that would be interesting. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank
Yeah,
you for
that will be
your,
interesting. Right.
yeah, thank you for your answer. And Fernando, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, welcome.
So first of all, it's glad to meet you because you are, as me, you are in Chile, in
Yes,
Santiago.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
I'm from Chile too. I'm here in Santiago right now.
Okay.
With respect to your answer, I rather go to the Antarctic because it's
Hmm.
closer
Yes,
for
yeah,
us.
sure, sure. And there is a Chilean scientific base there as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. There are a Chile base in Antarctic
Yeah.
right now.
And the one explorer that we're going to be reading about, she at least returned. She flew from Chile to return after her adventure on the Antarctic um, continent. So, yeah, Chile is very close.
Yeah,
Have you
it's
been?
close.
Have you been to southern Chile?
Yeah, absolutely. The last year I went to Torre del Paine Red National
Mm-hmm.
Park. It's a huge park and very outstanding or awesome.
Okay.
And there are penguins also,
Right.
but
No.
it's very close to Antarctic.
Mhm.
It's near to Antarctic.
No. Very close. Yeah.
But, but,
Excellent. Thank you.
but yeah, okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me move on here, and then Hami, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Welcome.
Thank you. I am Hamid from Turkey, and I would like to go to North Pole, especially Siberia.
Oh, great. And what would you like to see there?
I want. I am interested in Eskimo people.
Ah, okay. So there are native people in Siberia?
Maybe.
Okay. I know that there are native people in northern Canada and the United States. And, well, traditionally, or before they were called Eskimo, but their true name is Inuit. This is the correct name, Inuit. Inuit. I put it in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, great. So you can still see that culture in northern Canada. All right, welcome.
Okay. Okay.
And Jose, are you there?
Hi, how are you?
Excellent, fine, thank you. Welcome to the class.
Thank you. Well, my name is Jose. I am from Peru, and I would prefer to go to the North Pole,
Mm-hmm.
just
And
to visit the polar bears,
yes, okay.
maybe,
Well,
and
there's
maybe
a. Sorry, go ahead. And maybe.
oh well, don't know.
Hmm,
Maybe I could visit to Canada or Alaska.
sure,
I could get a visa, maybe, my green card.
absolutely. Well, and we may be looking for people to work in the north.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of development in resource extraction, etc. in northern Canada. It's not easy working in northern Canada, but you can make a lot of money.
Oh well, it was the pain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Yeah. And to see polar bears and caribou. They're similar to the reindeer that people talk about. And Julissa, hello, Julissa.
Hey, yes. Hi, guys. I'm Julissa from Peru too. And about the question, I think I would prefer to go to the North Pole because I would like to see the polar bears. Even if it's cold, I would like to see those animals.
Yeah, okay. And so Churchill, Manitoba is really the world center for seeing polar bears. So it's a little town that can only be accessed by airplane or by train. There are no roads to it, and it's on the shore of the Hudson's Bay. And so, right, I'm going to be doing a show, I'm going to be doing a class about polar bears. And so you can join me for that. And we'll be talking all about polar bears.
Sure.
See? Yeah, great. And so, Roman, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. My name is Roman. I'm from Central Asia, Kazakhstan, in Almaty city. This is my second time, and I'm very pleased to welcome all.
Great. And please, how about your answer to the question? Would you rather explore the North Pole or the South Pole?
Actually, I don't know because this is my first time on this resource.
Oh, I'm sorry, but do you understand my question? This is...
Can you repeat again?
Yes. As a tourist, would you prefer to travel to the Arctic region in the north, or would you prefer to go as a tourist to the South Pole, to the Antarctic region?
Sorry, can you write your questions on the chat?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
I give you my answer.
I'll move on. Great.
Thank you.
And Samir, are you there?
Yeah, teacher.
Yes, welcome.
Hi, my name is Samir Suleiman. I'm from Saudi Arabia.
And do you understand the question?
No, can you repeat?
Yes. So as a tourist, would you prefer to visit the North Pole, the Arctic region, or would you prefer to visit the South Pole, the southern part of the world?
For me, it is difficult to go to south or north because
Right.
I used life in the desert.
So you're
hard for me.
You're used to living in the desert? Okay.
Yeah, it is hard to me, but if I will travel, I want to travel to Sweden.
Ah, you would like
Or
to go
Canada.
to Sweden. Okay. No, great. No, because northern Sweden will allow you to see the Arctic area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I'm just going to, would you prefer going to the North Pole or the South Pole? I think that's a simple question. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Yes, someday I would like to go to Northern Europe, to the Nordic countries. And so great. And Alessandro, are you there? Alessandro, Rafa? Okay, we don't hear you. So let's. Okay. And so let's start the class. And so what I'd like to do is to use the screen share. Oh, first of all, Roman, do you see the question? Roman, are you there? Okay, we don't hear you, Roman. So what I'm going to do is open up the screen share.
Hello?
Oh, yes. Yes?
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear
hello?
me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, it's okay. Oh, it's my
yes,
turn.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, please. Alessandro.
Yes. Okay, Alessandro, I'm from Italy. I live in Padua. I don't know if I prefer the North or the South Pole, because I think that those are interesting both.
Yeah, right.
But I think or North or South, it could be an interesting visit as a tourist.
No,
For me,
I think, yeah.
For me, it's indifferent because I don't know the North
I don't know the south.
Okay, so either one would be very interesting. Right, excellent, thank you. I'm glad that you have your microphone working.
Thank you too.
Great. Okay,
Thank
so
you too.
let's begin with our reading. And the first story is about an amazing woman who has become the first woman to walk on her own, alone, across the Antarctic Peninsula. And so really an amazing story. So Alessandro, I'm going to start with you. Could you please read the title of this story? So Geek 362.
Okay. I'm here.
Yeah. And
okay.
just
59 days of solitude.
Just give me 1 second. People can download this document from the verbling.com website, and it's called file GW42. No? Yeah, 42. All right. So please go ahead, Alessandro.
Okay, 59 days of solitude for first woman to ski across Antarctica alone by Stephanie Klein on January 28, 2012.
2012.
Felicity Aston.
Yeah, this is the woman here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Felicity Aston.
Sorry, just give me 1 second, and I want to show. Sorry, just hold on for 1 second. I'd just like to show the first picture was her. This is her with her skis and her sled with all her supplies. Okay, so please go ahead. Thank you.
Felicity Aston became on Monday the first woman to ski alone across Antarctica. Here she is just days from completing the 59-day trek.
Okay, great. And just quickly, became. She became. That's simple past tense. She became.
Okay.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Okay.
And so I'm going to move on to the next person. And so Antonella?
Yeah.
Yes. Could you read the next 2 paragraphs, please?
Yes. While some of us can hardly walk a few kilometers, others are able to spend 59 days in complete solitude battling the extreme conditions of Antarctica. On Monday, British adventurer Felicity Aston became the first woman to ski alone across Antarctica. She talked to 97.3 Cairo FM's Ross and Buscan show from Chile, but just after finishing her adventure.
Okay, great. And then for those of you who are advanced students, this is the link to the 14-minute radio interview. And then in English, we mispronounce the name of this country. and so we say Chile. But in Spanish, it should be more like Chile. Okay.
Yeah.
So, right, great. So, and you did an excellent job on the pronunciation of everything. Congratulations. So Cairo FM, I think, is near Seattle. All right, great. So I'm going to move on to the next person. So Awad, are you there?
Yes.
Great. Could you please read the next 2 small paragraphs?
Sure. So the journey from coast to coast, La Virita Glacier to Hercules Intel, stretched 1,084 miles where she had no one to talk to. You are the only living thing for a very, very long way, and that's the part of the attraction and appeal for the place in a way. It's what makes it special.
Okay. So she's talking about the incredible solitude and isolation. And just this word, I'm quite sure comes from French. We say glacier, or at least North American pronunciation, glacier, with an SH sound almost. All right,
Okay.
Great. So being the only living thing. Wow. All right. And let's keep moving now. I welcome any and all students to make comments or to ask questions about pronunciation or meaning. It's very important that we're reading and focusing on understanding the information. So, Fernando, could you pronounce Chile for us?
In Spanish or in English?
No, correctly. Pronounce
Hello?
it correctly, please.
Okay, in English is Chile, and yeah.
No, but in Spanish then.
And in Spanish is Chile.
Okay.
Chile.
Oh,
Chile.
that's great. All right. Now, could you please read the next paragraph that we have there?
Where were we? In what
it's on the
part
screen
of the
share?
phrase? The physical fit?
Yes, please.
Yeah. The physical fit
Yes, please.
of working with. Okay, the physical fit of working with skis strapped to your feet and dragging two sleds of food and fuel over extremely bumpy terrain, all while navigating crevasses and oftentimes a featureless landscape seems hard enough, but Aston said the solitude was also a major challenge.
Okay, great. Just the pronunciation of strapped. The ED is a T sound, very quick. Strapped.
Strapped.
All right?
Strapped.
All right, great. And the
Okay.
bumpy terrain is not flat or smooth. This is the terrain here, which would be described as bumpy, not flat.
Perfect.
And then, sorry? Okay, and crevasses are the openings. Well, here's another example of bumpy terrain. And featureless. So everything is flat. There are no high features like mountains to direct you. All right. So she said that physically it was a big challenge, but mentally it was a huge challenge as well. So I'd like to go on to, Hami, go ahead, please.
Okay, first paragraph or two paragraphs?
We're just having problems with the screen share here. Yeah, just if you could read the first small paragraph, please.
Okay. I sort of became friends with the sun, which sounds like I am cracking up a bit, but it was my constant companion. I was talking to my shadow, and I knew there was a lot of support.
Okay, great. And so what we're talking about here, to crack up in this context, what does she mean by that?
It is about the ice cracking up.
Okay, no, that's excellent, because that is possible, absolutely. Ice on a lake cracks or breaks up, but no, in this situation, she became friends with the sun, which sounds like she's cracking up a little bit. What does she mean? Any other students with an idea?
To get crazy?
Yeah, to go crazy. So she was sort of going crazy. And she was also talking to her shadow. Are people understand what the shadow is? Could someone describe what someone's shadow is?
Reflection?
A type of wingman?
Well, sorry. Now, a reflection, not quite, and a type of wingman?
Yeah.
No, like an assistant?
Yeah.
Someone helping you? All right. Now,
yeah, a wingman.
Okay.
It's
now,
like when the sun.
Okay. Now, so, but yes, it's like when the sun.
There is something behind, like reflect your body.
Yes, exactly.
I can explain this one.
So on the snow here, you can see where the sunlight is hitting the snow, but then it's casting a shadow in the dark areas. This is shadow. And so she was all alone on the ice, so she became friends with the sun, and she started talking to her shadow, which would have the shape of a person. It's the lack of light caused by her body. Excellent. But the other ideas was good. Someone shadowing you could be your wingman. So great. All right, let's move on. And so, is it Jose? Are you next?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Could you please read the next paragraph for us?
Okay. Aston was forced to ration a stack of matches after discovering her 3 lighters wouldn't work in the cold and Antarctic air, but somehow she was also able to regularly send out messages over Twitter. She couldn't receive message, but said it was comforting knowing that her 9,000 followers knew of her struggles.
Great. Just let me help you with messages and comforting. Okay, and so what is this first part? Because I thought this was quite amazing. The first part of the paragraph, let's just see if we can get this screen share to work. Being stubborn here. So it said that she had to ration a stash of matches. What does that mean?
She had to use them wisely.
Yes, she had to use them wisely. And Hami, did you have a comment?
Put the matches secret.
Yes. Okay. In a safe place. All right. Now, in this case, I think Jose's example is better. So she had to use them very wisely, very carefully. Why?
Because if
yeah, go ahead, Hami.
Her matches finish, how can she had?
Now, sorry, why did she have to use the matches so carefully?
Because the environment of the Antarctic was not enough to the lighters work in a correct way.
Okay, and so lighters are typically what people use. They're made of plastic usually, and they're filled with a liquid fuel. People light cigarettes with lighters, but they would not work in the thin air. It's Antarctica. There are 2 situations. It's extremely cold, and also some places on the Antarctic continent are at very high altitude, and so there's not a lot of oxygen there either. High altitude conditions. So wow. All right, but she was able to send out messages onto Twitter, which was great. All right, thank you. Excellent job. And so, Julissa, could you please read our next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Other times it wasn't so easy, and she admits getting out of her sleeping bag on some mornings seemed impossible. On those days, she employed several tactics for persevering, like distracting herself with music or just breaking down into a tantrum.
Okay, so she's talking about the challenge, the emotional and mental challenge of doing this. And so, what were two of her tactics for helping herself mentally?
She started to listen to music and to break down into, I don't know what a tantrum means.
Yeah, a tantrum is, I'm just going to turn the screen share off here for a second. So a young child will go, no, I want that toy, I want that toy. So that is a tantrum. right? So she allowed herself to release all of the tension by having breaking down in tears and screaming and crying. So yeah, that's the idea.
Kind of angry.
Sorry?
Kind of angry, right?
Yes, yeah. She probably was screaming, angry, and crying. Yeah, exactly. But with a child, a tantrum is about anger, about being angry, right? And persevering in English is a good word. It's an important word, and it means the ability to continue with something that's difficult. So to persevere is to continue working on something when it's difficult. All right, great. So she said that it was very difficult. Now look at this. This is the solitude that she was facing. I'm assuming that if you can see my cursor, this trail is made by her pulling the sleds. And this was her first day. And she was already alone. And this is the Antarctic continent. I don't know if I'm assuming that it shows some of the ice as well. You can see the scale is 1,000 kilometers. And so she traveled to the South Pole, which I suppose is here, and then she finished here. And so an incredible journey. And so what I'd like to do is to ask the next person. Mina, hello. Mina, are you there? Okay, we don't hear you, Mina. And so Samir?
Yeah, teacher?
Yes, thank you. Could you please read the next paragraph?
Okay. I think we all have within us this ability to keep going, no matter what it takes. Just keep going, even if it means crying. If you can't just manage the perseverance, it is amazing what we can achieve.
Okay, great. And so, thank you. And so the ability to keep going, to continue, no matter what it takes. This is quite, I would say this is quite a common phrase in English. So the ability to keep going, sometimes you just simply must continue. It doesn't matter. To keep going no matter what it takes. All right, I'm going to see if I can highlight that. Where are we? I'm having problems with that. Okay, no matter what it takes. All right, so the perseverance. And if I could get the next person here. And so we're with Werdich.
Yes.
Werdich. Yes, hello, welcome. Just please quickly introduce yourself.
I am a related. I'm from Thailand. Call me Ken. It's easy to call me Ken.
Ken?
Yes.
Good, thank you, Ken. Great. Could you read this next paragraph, please? It begins with Aston.
Okay. Aston said it still rarely has sunken, right?
Yeah, sunken.
Yes, that she managed to cross the whole continent by herself on skis. Yes, but she looks forward to figuring out how the experience will change her perspective of life and how she begin to prioritize new challenge.
Okay, good. All right, now let me help you with the pronunciation. And so we have sunk in, skis, figuring out, to prioritize, and challenges. All right. And so could somebody please put the information that's in this paragraph in their own words, please? Now remember, this is an interview of her after she finished. So she's saying that it still really hasn't sunk in yet. What does she mean by that? Does anybody know? An idea? And what about to figure out something?
Research.
Imagine. Imagine something.
To imagine something is to figure out?
Understand.
To understand, yes, okay. That's a good one. So she needs to figure out, it's a little bit similar to investigate, but to understand, okay? And how about to sink in? Anybody? So we have the word in English to absorb. Now this is what it means. So right now, yeah, go ahead.
To go
please.
down.
Well,
To
not
go down.
quite. Sorry, no, but that is to sink. But in this case, the experience. No, but sorry, that is to sink. So that's different. This context, we're talking about to sink in. But thank you very much for your idea. To sink is to go underwater or to go down. So she's saying it is the experience. Hasn't really absorbed yet. It hasn't really entered her body yet or entered her mind. And she still hasn't learned or understood or figured out how this experience is going to change the way she looks at life and how she will prioritize her new challenges. Okay, so I don't know, it seems very profound, but okay. And so I'd like to move on to the next person to do the reading. And so where are we? Yes, Alessandro, could you read the small paragraph at the bottom there?
Yes, she admits to panicking a bit when she boarded the plane for Chile, afraid that she would never again experience the level of solitude she felt in Antarctica and afraid she may never return.
Okay, great. And so, again, sorry, what is she saying there? Do people understand that? And again, we're focusing on reading and understanding. So, Alejandro, do you understand? Or Alessandro?
Yes, just a moment. Yes, the panic.
Right. So she became afraid.
The key word. I'm looking for the key word. The panicking. She boarded the plane for Chile.
Okay. No. Let me ask for some help from the other students. What is she talking about here? When yes, Jose?
Well, she's talking that she would like to have the same experience in her life, but she knows that it will never happen again.
Right.
That
Okay.
extreme experience.
Okay. So right after she finished, she wasn't looking forward to going back to civilization, it seems. She was already afraid that she would never have that experience again, and that she was afraid that she would never come back to the Antarctic. I find that quite interesting. I think if I had spent 60 days alone, I would be looking forward to going back to civilization and seeing friends and family, but not her. She was afraid that she was leaving behind that amazing experience. Yeah, great. Okay. So she's a very different person, I think.
There is
All right. Yes, go ahead, please.
There is a strong possibility that she never come back.
Right.
No?
Well, and certainly not to spend 60 days almost alone. Yeah. Right. So excellent. Good. And so now where are we? Let's say hello to Alex. Alex, are you there?
Hi there.
Yes, welcome. Where are you calling from?
Romania, Eastern Europe.
Okay, great. Now, you've come in late. Have you been watching the class?
Yeah, a bit.
Oh, okay. Good. So could you please read from the top, please?
Okay, so while many of those 59 days were harsh, Aston said she's desperately trying to cling to those rock bottom moments. Those were the most amazing parts of the journey.
And the next piece too, please.
One of those breathtaking moments, Aston said, was when she reached the South Pole, where nearly 300 people live and work in an American research station.
And I'll stop you there. Thank you. And so here, so what did she say? What did she say in those first two pieces of text?
Not sure.
Okay, no, that's fine. Great, thank you. And so is there a student who has an idea? Julissa,
Yes.
I haven't heard from you. Yeah?
I think that she says that even if this experience was difficult or harsh, as she
Excellent.
said, she valued those amazing moments, like when she finally maybe could see some people there working in a station.
Yeah, now thank you so much, Julissa. And she did say that one of the amazing moments, breathtaking moments, was when she reached the South Pole, which actually gave her a chance to see people, to pick up additional food and fuel, and to have one day of rest, approximately halfway through her journey. But it's actually, she's saying that she wanted to remember the rock bottom moments. What are rock bottom moments?
Moments when you feel low, the moments when you are low.
Yeah, the lowest you can possibly be. And so she actually wants to remember the worst times.
The difficult.
The most difficult times, right? And so her journey must have had incredible highs, which we say high points, and incredible lows, where she was just crying all by herself in the middle of the Antarctic continent. Wow, yeah. So it's very interesting. Again, she must have a very interesting personality. And so just if I could get Fernando, could you read this last little bit of the paragraph, please?
Yes, sure. One of those breathtaking moments, Aston said, when she reached the South Pole, where nearly 300 people live and work in an American research station.
And please continue.
Okay. In quotes unquote, just outside the station is a big red and white pole with a silver ball on top surrounded by the flags of the nations that are part of the Antarctic Treaty. She said, in quote unquote, it was a big moment to reach that silver ball and lay your hands on it.
Okay, so she had a really, it was an amazing moment for her to reach the actual South Pole. Now, this is a joke, so I'm going to come back to it. But here is what she's talking about. This is the research station, and that pole marks the exact South Pole, the most southern point in the world. And it is surrounded by the flags that have signed the Antarctica Treaty. And then who lives in the north and can explain the joke here? Why is this picture so funny?
Maybe the silver ball is looks like the Earth.
Okay, yes, all right.
I mean, if you put this silver ball, you put the Earth. You touch the Earth.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm looking for something else. The man is sticking out his tongue. Now, this is something that everybody knows who lives in a northern country. And so remember, it's probably 20 degrees below zero. So what happens if this man puts his tongue on the ball?
It would be frozen there. It
Instantly.
would stick.
Yes, it will stick. So this is a joke in Canada and any other country in the north where as a child you probably had the experience one time of putting your tongue on a piece of cold metal and your tongue stuck to the metal, froze to the metal. So he's making a joke there. He's threatening to put his tongue on the South Pole. All right. Okay, so that's the first adventure, and she is the first woman to ever do that. And so what I'd like to do is just to get a comment from everybody about what you thought about that. And so could I have a volunteer of someone who wants to go first and make a comment about that story?
Maybe
Yes.
this picture,
Okay, sorry, Hami, go ahead.
maybe this picture explains who arrives the South Pole for countries' flag. For example, I saw Germany, France, South Africa's flags. I mean, for example, some people from this country they reached this region and
Okay.
put their flags.
Yeah. Now, that's possible. I don't know how many people from different countries have been to the South Pole, but in the article they said that the South Pole, the marker, the pole with the ball on top, is surrounded by the flags of the countries that have signed the treaty that says that the Antarctic continent is going to belong to the international community and can only be used for scientific research. So that was the explanation in the article. But thank you for your comment. Anyone else with a comment or reaction?
Yes, I think that for this woman, this probably had been the most amazing experience in her life, and she had learned a lot here because she's not afraid to go back again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she would miss if she couldn't do this again, and also she remembers the hard moments. Those are important for her, maybe because she learned from those hard moments, and this will help her in her future.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
great. Excellent. Yeah, thank you for your comment. And obviously, she did something that no other woman had done before. She walked across the Antarctic all by herself, only with that support in the middle when she arrived at the South Pole. So, is there someone else who would like to make a comment about that story?
I have another comment.
Chef, sure, Hami.
I know the Google have one project. This project is about the Antarctic region. Looks like the street view. Google put the cameras to Antarctic region, and we can watch the Antarctic region.
Wow.
On internet.
Okay. All right. I'm going to look for that. Thank you.
And these flags are about the scientific people's hometown countries.
Right. The scientists. Scientists. Great. And a reaction from someone else, please. And I can help you express your idea. This is your chance to practice your English with a real live native speaker. Okay? All right, well, I'm going to move on to the next article. We've got 10 minutes left. I think we should have time to read this. And so, sorry, I've put the Let's just take a look at those pictures one more time. Complete solitude. The kind of terrain that she crossed. And her journey. All right, now this is another adventure that these people have just begun. And so where did I leave off with people reading? Yes, and so Hami?
Yes.
Yes, could you please start reading this for us?
Okay, Fiona says offer for first Antarctic winter crossing updated 2013 of
yeah, I guess that's yes, please go ahead.
January of 8.
Okay. All right. Now these are the adventurers here. Could you please read their names, please?
Explorers Sir Ronald Fiennes left and Anton Bowring told the journalist on Sunday in Cape Town.
Okay.
Veteran.
Yes. So sorry, just Cape Town is in South Africa, and so it looks like they did not start their adventure in Chile. They started their adventure in South Africa. And if you could read this, please.
Okay. Veteran adventurer Sir Ronald Fiennes sailed for the Antarctic on Monday, leading a team bidding to become the first to cross the continent in winter in what he has described as a trip into the unknown with no chance of rescue.
Okay. No, sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. And okay. So this gentleman and his team are going to do something similar to what the previous adventurer did, the woman did, but they're going to do it during the winter. And this has never been done before. So they will have no chance of rescue. All right. Wow. So let's, I'm going to move on. And Ibrahim, are you there? Okay, we don't hear from you, or we cannot hear you. So Jose, could you go ahead, please, and read this? Jose, are you there?
Yes, yeah, yes, good. I was muted, sorry. Yeah. Where should I begin?
From the top. I apologize for the text, but it's I had trouble formatting it.
Okay, Fiennes and his 6-member team sailed from Cape Town and were set to reach the coldest place on Earth later this month to start the nearly 4,000 kilometers journey in March. Known as one of the world's greatest living explorers, Fiennes, 68, became the oldest Briton to summit Comolagma, also known as Mount Everest, and was in 2009.
Okay, and that should be Everest. Yeah,
okay,
and
Everest.
So good. There was I made a little mistake, typing mistake there. So he became the oldest person from Britain to go to the top of Mount Everest. Okay, Julissa, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, and just quickly, I believe this is him on the top of Mount Everest, the highest point in the world. So he is one of the greatest living adventurers. This is him, and this is the journey. So it actually looks like it's going to be longer, much longer than the journey made by the woman on skis.
They part from Africa, right?
Yes, it looks like they've started from, exactly, from South Africa. Okay, and could you read this, please?
Yes. He has crossed both polar ice caps, and in 1992-93 he crossed the Antarctic unsupported. So far, the farthest a winter crossing attempt of Antarctica ever got was about 100 kilometers, and that was in the early 20th century. Fiennes set previous record breaking expeditions, including in the Antarctic, had all been in the summer.
Okay, and so please let me fix this. And so, right, and so what he's saying here is that all of the other journeys or expeditions have been during the summer. This is really the first time that anyone is attempting a large expedition during the winter. And a long time ago, somebody did an expedition in the early 1900s, and they only got 100 kilometers. And so he wants to go 4,000 kilometers during the winter. So this really is crazy. All right. And so let me see. I'm going to just move this ahead here. Okay, and so I'm going to move to the next person here. And so, Samir, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
I am.
Oh,
Rahim
sorry.
Tom.
Yeah. Samir, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yes,
we have
sir.
another person with their microphone on. Oh, Ibrahim, I'm going to. Samir, could you please do some reading here for us?
Okay. Well, so we aren't any more expert than anybody else at winter travel. There is no past history of winter travel in Antarctica apart from the 100 kilometer
Okay. Please continue.
journey. So we are into the unknown, he said on Sunday. The Antarctica has Earth last recorded temperature of nearly 90 minus and levels of around 70 are expected during the 6-month crossing, which will be conducted mostly in darkness.
Okay, great. Thank you. No, sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now we need to review this. So are there some students that could please review the information here? And so please, I need some help here from the students to review the information here.
Maybe they want to establish a new record, because the only one that it has in the past, it was 100 kilometers that people walk. Yeah, so they want maybe to go further to this.
So absolutely true. And they say that this is the last great challenge of the Antarctic. Really, everything else has been done before, but making a crossing during the winter is just, it's insane. It's crazy. It's completely unknown. Wow. All right. And what are some of the information? What are the conditions that they're going to be facing?
Very cold.
Yeah, extreme cold. How cold?
Extreme. 90 minus degrees Celsius, is that?
Well, that's the world's lowest recorded temperature, minus 90 degrees centigrade. But what temperature is expected for them?
70.
Yes, minus 70 degrees. And how long is their trip going to be?
6 months.
And what's the situation during the winter in Antarctica?
It is very dark.
Yes, there will be months and months of complete darkness. And so this is really amazing. And so where are we? Ken, are you there?
Yes.
Could you please read this last piece for us?
Okay, all of them.
Just begin it once we've gone out.
Okay. Once we got out, all the planes, all the ships from Antarctica disappeared. for 8 months. We're on our own, and then a situation where we could die. Finish said the group will be led to to ski, carrying
Skiers.
three
Skiers, people skiing.
by two skiers carrying previous detecting a ground penetrating
Penetrating.
penetrating data and followed by two tractors proving slight.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there just because we're out of time and I can hear some other classes beginning. And so the group will be led by two skiers checking the ice for safety, and there will be two tractors that will be pulling the living area, the equipment, food, and fuel. All right, and so all of you can follow this expedition on the internet to see if they are able to do it. All right, and so thank you so much for joining the class. Hello to all of you who have joined the class, and for those of you who are watching, and I hope to see you soon. I'll be back teaching in an hour, so I'll see you then, hopefully.
Nice to see you.
Yes, excellent. Great job, everybody.
Thank you very much for everything.
Remember to live your adventure.
Thank you.
Learning English. You need to persevere. Keep going.
I first time, but I not taught.
All right, great.